Ozark's Planning and Zoning Commission passed a recommendation tonight to place several restrictions on potential data centers. KY3's Connor Trett joins us live from Ozark with the details. Connor?
Yeah, currently the city of Ozark doesn't have anything in its municipal code that addresses the potential impacts of data centers. However, this new recommendation that just made it through the city's Planning and Zoning Commission looks to change that. Now, the recommended changes include that it would make data centers apply for a conditional use permit with the city. They would also need to submit an environmental impact report, disclose the size of the building, and how it would be used. It would also require them to follow noise regulations, among many other things. Failure to meet these requirements would allow the city to revoke a data center's conditional use permit.
Really just, like you said, a preemptive effort to get ahead of the curve, propose some regulations to put some stipulations on any proposed data center to protect the neighborhood, protect the property around it and the environment and any other concerns.
Now, we've been told that at this time there are no proposed data centers in the city of Ozark. And now that this recommendation has made it through Planning and Zoning, it now goes to the Ozark City Council, where it will have 2 hearings and a vote for its potential approval. Reporting in Ozark, Connor Trett, KY3 News.